All right, folks, so it's currently 3:30 in the morning on the East Coast at the time of me filming this. You're seeing this video later, but I stayed up specifically to watch Governor Gavin Newsom eviscerate Donald Trump in Davos, Switzerland at the World Economic Forum. I'm talking from start to finish. Governor Newsom was just destroying him and calling him out on every single topic. Now, Donald Trump actually tried to keep Governor Newsom off the stage. He didn't want him speaking to the press or the attendees. And let me just say, without looking at these clips, you're going to see exactly why Trump doesn't want him speaking. He really went in. So look, I'm going to play some clips for you. We'll talk about it. Make sure to subscribe down below. Drop a like on the video. Comment. Let me know what you think about everything Governor Newsom said. And let's just start here with what exactly I just said. Donald Trump trying to silence Governor Newsom. He said yesterday from his press office account in the afternoon, quote, "Under pressure from the White House and State Department, USA House, a church acting as the official U.S. pavilion, is now denying entry to Governor Gavin Newsom to speak with media after Fortune, the official media partner, invited him to speak." So Fortune actually invited Governor Newsom to come out, speak to the press, and Donald Trump got the State Department to deny him, to hold him hostage. No talking to the press. It's completely in line with Donald Trump's authoritarian tendencies, and it just shows you that Governor Newsom is living in his head rent-free. Rent-free. Donald Trump's worst nightmare is when Newsom is talking to the media, getting his message out there, and that's why he hates that he's at Davos, and that's why he's trying to stop him from talking to the media. And the final thing I want to show you from the press office account, I thought this was funny, is Stephen Miller, apparently, was backstage with Governor Gavin Newsom, and they said that Stephen Miller refused to make eye contact with him, and they called him a total beta. Damn right he's a total beta. He gets on Fox News every single day and slams Gavin Newsom, slams the Democrats, but when they're in person, he doesn't even want to look at Gavin Newsom. What a coward. So anyway, let's start with this clip right here, and this is my favorite clip of everything Gavin Newsom said at the WEF. He was specifically talking about not being complicit with Donald Trump's insanity, how these law firms, these businesses, these universities keep bending the knee to Donald Trump. He won't be one of those people. And what he said right here, I just really think you should hear it. So just take a listen.
How do you see those people behaving? Society becomes how we behave. We are our behaviors. We're not bystanders in this world. The world we're experiencing happened on our watch. So in the relationship to your question, yeah, they're complicit in some respects to this moment. You know, forgive me, you brought up a tweet, but part of my approach has been a little more aggressive than perhaps a lot of American politicians. I created a Patriot site. On the site, you can go. There are knee pads that are available to purchase. The last round of knee pads sold out, just as our law firms are selling out. Many American universities are selling out. And yes, many corporate leaders are selling out to this administration, selling out our values, selling out our future, selling out what makes America great. And it breaks my heart. And people need to stand up. People need to, courage of their damn convictions. We're the 250th anniversary of the United States of America this year. It's the 250th anniversary. The best of the Roman Republic, Greek democracy, co-equal branches of government, the rule of law, popular sovereignty. Tell me that reflects the America you read about today. There's no rule of law. It's the rule of dawn. I hope for Europeans, it's dawning on you. It's not the rule of law. You don't have co-equal branches of government. You have a supine Congress. You don't have a Speaker of the House. It doesn't exist. Popular sovereignty being challenged every single day by voter suppression, trying to rig elections. I mean, heck, Donald Trump tried to steal the election, the last election, tried to light democracy on fire, and then pardoned everyone that participated in that. Is anyone paying attention to what the hell is going on in the United States of America? So my state of mind is a little different, perhaps, than many others. I won't be complicit at this moment. I won't. I can't. I can't look my kids in the eyes. And so I'm just blessed that I get to represent a state that's larger than the size of 21 U.S. states combined. Where 27% of us are foreign-born, we practice pluralism. That's a word you haven't heard in America in a year. Where we dominate in every critical category in terms of energy and daring and entrepreneurialism and innovation. Look, give me a category. In California outperforms, fourth largest economy in the world. And so we can punch above our weight. We can come here with formal authority and a little moral authority. And I tell you, we need a little moral authority.
See, in this moment in time, with what Gavin Newsom is doing in Davos, I view him as the American leader on the world stage. Really. Donald Trump does not represent us, doesn't represent me, doesn't represent you. Gavin Newsom is the true American leader on the world stage who can speak to our values, speak to who we are as a country, our foundation, and do it in a way where he doesn't sound insane. I mean, every time Donald Trump speaks, it's rambling, it's the weave, it's nonsense. It's embarrassing as an American to watch the president of the United States behave that way on the world stage. And what I really appreciate about Gavin Newsom and his answer is not only is he talking about not being complicit, not bending the knee to Donald Trump, but he's doing two main things. Number one, he's attacking Donald Trump, slamming him, calling out the insanity, calling out the failures, calling out the destruction of the United States that we're collectively witnessing right now in real time. But he also talked about the achievements of his state, democratic policies, and how we make people's lives better. We can do two things at once. We can walk and chew gum. We can slam Donald Trump, call out the insanity while also talking up ourselves. I mean, as he just said, it's the fourth largest economy in the world, more Fortune 500 companies in California than any state in the country. More Nobel laureates in the state of California than any other state in the country. I mean, those are good things. And he did both. We can talk positively about Democrats and attack Donald Trump, and I think he did it perfectly there. The next clip I want to show you is him talking about the knee pads. We got to bring up this clip. It's so funny. Him talking about the knee pads and how maybe he has to start sending them to some Republicans, and how the bending of the knee to Donald Trump really is just shameful. Watch.
Look, he's an invasive species, Donald Trump. He's not. He is. He took over the Republican Party. They're just, he's got, a few of them. Lindsey Graham, speaking of the knee pads. I'm sorry. This is tough stuff. It's tough stuff. I don't recognize these people any longer. I used to respect Lindsey. Lindsey, you think what I'm saying about Trump's tough? How about what Lindsey Graham said about Trump? How about the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio?
Do you think...
these are the same people. And this is why for things to change, we need to change.
Do you think
and that's why I'm changing my approach. And again, grateful you all took the
time. I suppose, do you think...
That's great. Call out these Republicans. Call out Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio. They are so spineless. They are so spineless. They said very tough things against Donald Trump back in 2016. And now they're serving in his administration, or in the case of Lindsey Graham, they're sucking up to Donald Trump on a daily basis. It's not like Donald Trump got elected in 2016. They united around him because he's the president, he's the Republican president, and then they came to realize that he's crazy. They didn't do just that. They did that, and they're still standing by Donald Trump's side. They deserve some Governor Gavin Newsom knee pads sent right to their door, right to their Senate office, their House office, wherever they are, the State Department. Send some knee pads for the way they've sold out America in favor of Donald Trump. It's disgraceful. And the final clip I want to show you is Governor Gavin Newsom talking about his tweets and how Fox News has raged at how he's combated Donald Trump, but they never talk about Trump. Just watch.
Is that kind of discourse from them good for America?
No, it's deeply unbecoming. Come on, of course it is. It's not what we should be doing. But you've got to point out the absurdity. You got to put a mirror up to this. This is madness. You see what he's saying about European leaders, you talking down to people, talking past people. Look, the comments he made yesterday we're not even discussing because you're discussing all the other comments about windmills or whatever else was happening. Well, he talked about Somalia's community. This is not normal. It's a deviation of normalcy. We've got to call it out. So I put a mirror up to Trump and Trumpism in all caps. And it was ironic because Pravda, Fox News in America, others, they got offended by it. They said, well, where's his mother to wash his mouth out with soap? I said, well, where the hell have you been? You've never said a word about Trump dressing up as the Pope, tweeting out and cosplaying on the world stage. And so the Treasury Secretary talked about a Barbie doll. It was as if he was reading a diary and had just broken up with someone. That was the Secretary of Treasury using valuable time yesterday on the world stage. Thank you for not sharing that on the official White House account. We're deeply in their head. I think the affordability agenda appears to be, I'm living rent-free in the Trump administration's head.
I like that line. Put it on a t-shirt. The affordability agenda is getting to them. It's, Gavin Newsom and other Democrats living in Donald Trump's head rent-free. Rent-free. Yeah, I mean, seriously, the double standard is remarkable. The way that Donald Trump is graded on a heavy curve is disgraceful. Fox News will attack him for putting out some funny tweets mocking Donald Trump using his style of tweeting, and then they go after Gavin Newsom, but not Donald Trump, who's been behaving this way for 10 years. I mean, it's just astonishing. And especially if you look at the context of what Gavin Newsom is saying, Fox News capitulating, Lindsey Graham, the senators, the businesses, the university, the law firms, all of these right-wing institutions capitulating, bending the knee, complicit in Donald Trump's insanity and what he does on a daily basis. So look, I will leave the video there. Sorry, my hair's bothering the hell out of me right now. I apologize. I'll leave the video there. I think it was worth it staying up to hear from Governor Gavin Newsom. But make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. Let me know what you think about these clips. And as always, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.